Okay, can you give me a little clap? Welcome to the Rolling Coynes Podcast. I'm Ross, and with a professional record of 3-0.
Well, yeah, I guess it is 3-0. It's not 1-0.
Yeah.
3-0.
Woo, woo, woo.
Krystal. That's my name.
And we are recapping our... I was so focused on the fun
is it
stuff.
20?
20. Week
Yeah.
20. Week 20, episode 12.
Okay.
Krystal did the competition today,
I did.
and you won.
And I won.
Gold.
Gold. Green and gold.
And gold. Yeah.
I won a gold medal. A shiny gold medal. And there were 8 people in my bracket.
Yeah.
So I earned that.
Yeah. It was amazing to watch.
Thank
It
you.
really was.
Thank you.
So proud of you, honey.
It was such a good experience. I'm muting my phone real quick. Hold
I should do the same thing.
on.
Tell me about it, because we haven't talked really at all.
Yeah, which is crazy. It was very hard to, I was like texting other people so that I could get some of it out of my system,
Mm-hmm.
but trying to save it for the podcast. All right. Well, high level. I didn't train at all pretty much all last week. I was just rehabbing some medical stuff. But I think it was good because I went in feeling pretty fresh.
Yeah.
I made weight easily. I had a couple pounds to spare. Got to eat some good food. So I think I felt, it's interesting. I didn't feel my best. I think I probably could have fueled myself and hydrated better. But I went to the competition early in the day to watch other teammates.
And I did my darndest to make sure you were drinking your electrolytes all week.
Yeah. And I mean, I did pretty well, but I think I could have drank more water yesterday because they say, I think it's like a couple of days before. So I could have hydrated myself better. But yeah, it was kind of a surreal experience. I'm exhausted right now, but a normal exhausted. Like
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by how tired I am. My body feels good. I'm kind of like checking in. I'm like some tightness in my lower back, some tightness in my neck. I've got like a bunch of bruises all over my collarbone right now, which we'll get to probably why that is. And yeah, just like backing up. It's very interesting being a very like self-conscious person. And I'd say a glass half empty kind of gal who's trying to become, I think I'm doing really good. I think this last year has been very transformative year for me where I had this click, this realization that confident people aren't just born confident. Not always. I mean, maybe some people just like had really great parents and they like were raised into being a confident person.
Yeah.
And had the experiences to support that. But I was the opposite. I was always like a negative Nancy little kid and just like kind of moody and had a very rough upbringing. So
Shy.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So I am a very firm believer in like, I can't quite say like manifestation, but more so like for sports at least, visualization. And how powerful it can be for something like jiu-jitsu in particular to like go in to visualize yourself doing something because it kind of like connects those neural pathways and then you likely will end up doing it because you've thought about doing it so many times.
And you'll have seen it before.
Yeah. And so I was trying really hard for the last couple of weeks, maybe even the last month since I signed up, to allow myself to drift off in thought and imagine winning. And I would have kind of like the devil on my shoulder challenging that quite often of being like, this is like fantasy land imagination. You've been doing jiu-jitsu for 4.5 months. Like who make, that thought of being like, why do you think you have any chance of even winning one match, let alone 3? Because I knew it would be 3 to go to gold.
And when you're saying visualize winning, are you is it the aftermath of winning, like standing on the
No.
podium, or was it?
No, it was the process of going through a match. And, you know, like in my head, I was like, okay, 3 ideal matches would be, and so I'll explain them now. We'll see how it ended up.
Sure.
But I was like, I want to go for a double and get a double and end up in side control. No, yeah, maybe. And then try the like key lock Americana that we'd been practicing. So
Yeah.
I was like, just bing, bang, boom. You know, gosh, it would suck to get submitted that fast being on the other side of the coin. But I was like, that's a possibility. So let's imagine that. So that was like match 1. And then I was like, okay, what would match 2 be? Match 2 could be like, what if the double doesn't work, but I can do kind of the ice cream scoop, kind of leg behind, and then drive into the person and find myself, you know, through some finagling, because usually I land that in someone's half guard, get into side control, and then mount. And from mount, I'll go for, you know, another kind of Americana, or maybe I'll go for a cross collar choke. And that would be another great match and relatively quick. And then the other scenario was kind of flip flop between like blocking someone trying to pull guard and or doing this kind of like around the back takedown, which that one, again, kind of you get someone to land on their side. Like, what if I can take their back? And what if like they land partially on their side and then I can take their back and I can end it in a bow and arrow?
Yeah.
So I'm smirking because that's a bit of a spoiler. Not quite, but yeah, I let myself just imagine those things happening because I don't know a lot of jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah.
So I had to rely on what I knew, and it being a white belt matches, and I think any jiu-jitsu match really, but like strength is still a factor. I know I'm strong, so lean into like that as not necessarily something to utilize, but to be confident about. I knew that even like the blue belt women in our gym, I can like muscle my way out of some of their submissions from time to time.
Yeah.
And I knew that like I could be less afraid of getting submitted by another woman because I've broken out of them before. And so that kind of gave me a little bit of like, I don't know, it settled my nerves a little bit about getting submitted by somebody.
Sure.
Yeah. And it was a great day. We had a great, you know, turnout for how few people competed
from our gym.
There were like, 5 to 7 kids and then 3 adults.
Yep.
And it was just very sweet. It was very nice.
It was. I feel like it. I mean,
we're
I wasn't
family, like family community building right now. So it was
Yeah.
really special to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So,
like I wasn't there the whole day. We got there relatively early to, you know, drop you off and support one of the kids.
mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, came back to watch your matches. But it just felt, from my limited exposure, what am I trying to say? Like it was gelling everybody together a bit.
Totally.
You know, and it's not just like brushing up against somebody in class or,
mm-hmm.
you know, being cordial in the
And it's
in the
fun to be
gym.
like,
It
oh,
was
so-and-so's going. Let's run over there and watch their match. And,
Yeah.
you know.
yelling, scream for him.
Yeah, and just nerd out about the stuff that we love. Like I was talking to someone, and Tony, I was like, you know, talking about being nervous, and he was like, well, he's like, don't be nervous. I mean, it's just jiu-jitsu. Like, it's just, we're all just playing the game that we love. You know, we all love the game. Like, let's just play the game.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's good.
It was fun because I got to watch the first match of the kid we went to go watch, right? And his parents were there, and both do jiu-jitsu, and what would that be, his uncle
Mm-hmm.
or second cousin or something like that. In any case, everybody was on the far side so they could have a better view of him competing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on the near side.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had this amazing match where he ended it with a triangle, and he's like huffing and puffing, coming off, and you kind of see like like the adrenaline's running. He was like, whoa, like I just won. And I was so hyped up. And I went over to him and I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, dude, that was sick. Like, good job. And he like gave me the strangest look. Like, who are you? And I'm like,
doesn't matter, man. Yeah.
It was funny. It felt cool to just like gas him up, you know?
Yeah. Just to be supportive. Like I was cheering on, like at one point in the middle when you guys weren't there, I was just trying to kill time because my match kept getting bumped. Like I was one of the last people on the floor.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go on my first match at 3:30, got bumped out to like 4:30, 4:20. And so like there was time to kill. And I was just like, I want to go watch some higher belts. Like, and so I just walked over by myself because people were like doing stuff. Some people went to go watch the parade that was happening down the street. And so I walked over and just like watched some like purple and brown belts, and I was just like cheering on random people.
Cool.
You know, doing cool jiu-jitsu. It made me really nervous when I was watching. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Is it gonna be like that?
You see the intensity in the adults. But
did it feel intense when you were doing it?
When I was doing the matches?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah.
Level 12?
Yeah, it was just like my nerves actually settled as I started to move.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense, right? You get out there and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to engage.
And your body's using adrenaline that's coursing through your blood.
Yeah. So. Once I started moving, but then it's like, okay, the intensity won't stop. Like I was telling Josh and Chandler, I had the strangest intrusive thought. And I call it an intrusive thought because if I told you that it was just a thought, you'd be like, oh, that's just a random thought, you know? But it was an intrusive thought for a specific reason, because during my second match, toward the end, actually two thoughts.
Thought you pooped your pants.
No, the first thought was, my mouth is really dry. I'm really thirsty. Like, I need to go get some water. Like, it was like my brain was trying to tell me to step away from the match to go get a drink. Like, end this now because you're so thirsty.
While you were rolling?
While I was rolling. I was like, I'm parched. I can get water when I'm done. Like, what's going on? And then the second intrusive thought that I had was, if you win, you have to go again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then luckily Matt like countered that immediately when I said it out loud. He was like, even if you lost, you would have gone again.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, better to win then.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Well, I have the computer set up right here so that we can watch the matches because it'll be your first time rewatching them.
I'm so like, oh, okay.
And I believe I can in post put it picture in picture.
Yeah.
So, and I have the laptop here specifically so that our reactions are on the camera and we're not looking away from it the whole time.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to give this a shot. I think it'll work. The apologies because I brought like our really nice camera and tried to film. Looking at it now, it doesn't look so bad, but I admittedly don't know how to use that camera very well. Mm-hmm. And I left it on autofocus. And so if anybody walked in frame, it focused on them.
Yeah.
So my apologies. But with this first match, the coolest part of it is in focus. So.
Yeah. And I mean, I knew what I was doing, I think, so I could probably explain it if it's not in focus.
So, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Like, this isn't bad podcasting because nobody's watching it yet. So, here we go. You look good in a kogi.
Yeah, I like black.
There's the double. And the scoop.
Immediately after this match, I was like, I need to work on closed guard escapes.
Turn down the volume a bit.
Yeah. It's funny because this was the gal who, and everyone was like, you shouldn't have done that. We Googled or like clicked on a profile or something, and it was like, I was like, there was a play button right there. So we just clicked on it and it like brought us to her last competition and showed us her match. And we saw in that video that she'd pull guard. And that she did something like this where she just like
Clamped down
and like would not let the person go. And she was trying to get a choke here. And she had a pretty good grip. And I was like, oh no, I've never had someone try to choke me from close guard. And I was like, this feels quite dangerous. And then I could hear Matt saying, like, he was talking about like controlling her elbows. And I was like, I don't know what you mean by that. And then he was like, I think someone told me to grab one forearm with both hands, which I tried to do, but I was already super gassed at that point. I wasted a ton of energy trying to get out. And then I think I somehow I just like broke out of this one partially. And I was trying to do kind of like a sloppy knee cut here.
Yeah. I love that step over there.
Yeah.
And then right here. I was like, hell yeah.
Did I get points for this?
No.
Yeah.
The only points you got was the takedown.
That's right. Yeah. I was really bummed that she got out of that because I really wanted to get into side control with her, but she was quite strong. Yeah, she was the strongest of all of the people that I went up against. So I was actually really grateful that I got that takedown in those points because, I mean, she would have been gassed too in the future matches, but
yeah,
she was the best at jiu-jitsu, I think, out of everybody that I went up against. So she got unlucky in the seating.
Yeah. I was so hyped when you shot on her and then actually got the scoop and all that.
Yeah, and then here I was like, oh my God, okay, what do I do again? I need to get better at.
And these ding dongs.
I'm just trying to pass her guard here.
And then I'm taking it off. By the way, I'm holding on to our infant, and I'm just praying that I have you guys in frame.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
It's funny because like this match, I very much felt like I'm not doing anything, but I'm like also like I'm moving.
I don't know. Like you looked like you were doing jiu-jitsu.
It looks like I'm the dominant person here.
If we can see you.
Yeah. Like if you could watch that whole match, I feel like I was the aggressor. Like if it was tied and it came down to who.
Yeah, I mean, you were continually trying to pass her guard. You were working out of.
Yeah, and then she gets another close guard here and tries to go for a triangle.
Yeah, but she's so parallel to you, like in line with you, that I was like, oh, you're fine.
Yeah, she did tighten it down.
I was nervous, but I was like, oh, she's not cutting the angle.
And I'm not stacking her enough here. So like she's got quite a bit on her shoulders, and then finally I start to kind of like realize like, oh, it's funny, our infant is screaming in the video.
Yep. And trying to grab the camera right now, by the way.
Yeah. I'm like getting pretty gassed here. It's funny also because I could hear her. No, maybe it was the second match.
And see, you had kind of started walking that way, and I was like, no. Or wait.
Like walking her out of bounds?
No. You were swinging your hips in the direction that she needed you to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no. But then
she just got tired, and so she starts coming apart right here.
And that's when you really start to stack her.
Yeah.
But still, you didn't get any points.
No.
Because she was just
This was a very like typical white belt match. Yeah, and so like I tried to throw her. I tried to do like the old man Mike throw, but I just like had no gas in the tank at this point. And I think that the clock says there's about 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
And so I was trying really hard for her to not go out of bounds.
I realized at this moment that I could focus manually.
She got my arm here. And I was like, it's okay. There's only 20 seconds left. Like, I can fight this off for another minute if I need to. And then he says, auto?
Boom.
I think. And I looked up at him and I was like, what? And he goes, that means we're done. And I was like, oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. I don't feel too bad about that then. She was just trying to fend me off for 5 minutes. That's what it felt like. And I wasn't doing like top tier jiu-jitsu, but I was at least trying.
We got to make it official.
Is this the end?
Yeah.
I also didn't know how to grab the ref's arm. I tried to like hold his hand.
I just realized
he was like, no.
I have no marker.
He was like, I grab. That's a cool feeling. And then Dom was like, whatever you do, just make sure you have your wits about you enough to go over to the ref or go over to her coach and say thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. I can do that.
So.
Match 1, that ended, time up. I only had 2 points. And gosh, only 2 points for a takedown. I thought it was more, but I think it's like if you get takedown to side control, then you start to really rack it up. But yeah, I got lucky. And like, I knew that too. Like when I was game planning with people, it was like, go for the takedown.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And it looked so good. Like that was such a good takedown.
Yeah, that's good. I felt like I could have a whole lot more. I told Matt and Josh after that while I was waiting for this match, I was like, I felt a little shallow. And I think that I surprised myself that I got it. And had I, right after I shot, put the second leg up and drove sideways into her faster, I probably could have gotten her off balance way easier. But like that was like a relatively slow takedown.
Yeah.
So
but the scoop.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I was like, I was able to get it before she stepped back and realized what was happening.
It's going to make Jonathan proud. I'm going to clip that out and send it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So here's your second match. How long did you have in between? Do you know?
Not long. It went fast because it was, well, I mean, it felt like it went really fast. I was the first of the set of 4 matches.
Sorry.
Our kid's crying, but no, he's not crying. He's just sitting up.
Okay.
So my match was first. So, it's 2-2-2-2 because there were 8 women. So it was like a very traditional bracket. So I guess you'd call that quarter. You could call it quarterfinals just for the mental image. And then, so I was the first. And so 5-5-5. So about 15 minutes after that. But oh my God, my adrenaline was like sky high at that point. They were like, how's your grip? I'm like, good. I didn't really get to use my grip at all. I was just trying to do like a lot of shrugging to get
pushing
her off of me. And then, I went out for this about 15 minutes later.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1, click. And now I'm just recording with my phone.
Yeah.
So
Looks great, though.
So much easier, yeah.
Yeah, and then like with this one, so she tries to pull, I mean, she does.
I loved this right here.
She pulls guard. She gets an arm. I realize, there's nothing there. And very early in this match, I realized, okay, she's not as strong as the last girl. Move slower. Like I didn't feel super threatened by her, and I was really quite tired. Okay, and so I think that guy in the gray shirt distracted the hell out of me during this match because
he was so intense.
Yeah, he was yelling at the match next to us about someone stalling.
Oh.
And I don't know a lot about stalling, and so I was thinking like, oh my gosh, am I stalling? So you might see me like look up a couple of times.
Yeah.
She's trying to go for another armbar. And I'm like, no. It's not going to happen. And then I'm just trying to do this like shuck to get her off of me. And again, like this looks quite ugly. But once I stacked her, she like broke immediately.
Yeah.
And then I think here, yeah, okay.
I like that. You're just like, I'm just going to just drop right down into side control.
Yeah.
And here you get your first points, I believe.
Yeah. Get into side control. Boop. And so I'll talk about it during the next match, but there was an opportunity to take her back a couple of times. But I really wanted to get into mount instead. And so I I get the leg over. She kind of turns over. She was quite squirmy, and I was not. You can see my hips are super
so
high.
Yeah.
So it's something to work on, getting my hips lower.
But you're already up 7-0.
Okay. Yeah. And
So
then
you kept racking up points so fast. So whenever she tried to move out, and you just kind of maintained.
And I did this thing here in close guard, which it was very interesting because it was like it was like reminiscent of gymnastics, where she had me and my legs are long enough that I did this thing where like I extended my hips and like did like a candlestick in close guard, so that when she stood up, like there was no pressure on my neck. I had like a straight line from my head to my feet. And then, yeah, this is when the guy's yelling about stalling. And so I'm like, okay, well, I got to try to sweep her then. And so like I try to do like a really ugly like pendulum flower sweep.
Yeah.
And I'm just like playing. I literally thought I was going to get dinged for stalling. And so I'm just like trying to do a bunch of like stupid sweeps that aren't sweeps. And then here... something happened. She tried to go for another arm bar.
Yeah.
And then
right now another dude offers to grab the phone and then videotape for me.
Oh, nice.
Which was very nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm trying to pass her guard, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I tried to go for mount. There you go. And then I get into half. I mount. I get a little bit of good pressure there.
I couldn't see from behind the ref that you almost had that elbow up.
Yeah. I was gonna go for the Kimura, and then she got out. I gotta get better about controlling her Americana. And then here, I think this is where I go for the De La Riva. I really want to see that because the coaches were like, yeah, that wasn't it, but I think it's coming up. I don't know what she's trying to do here, honestly. She should be trying to like control my legs.
You're extending her out.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I was just like, I'm just killing time at this point because I think I caught a peek at the scoreboard and just saw 0. I didn't know how many points. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here.
I tried to do the De La Riva sweep. So I get in, I pull. I'm supposed to feed that lapel into my hand.
Yeah.
And then use the other hand. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do, but I did half of it, and I was pretty proud of that because we just learned that like 2 weeks ago, and it makes me excited for trying to play De La Riva more.
Yeah.
And that was time.
There it is.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do this again.
It was cool to see everybody like cheering in the background.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Nice. Whew.
So yeah, how do you feel about that one?
I feel good that I like just tried new things. That was one where I felt like, boy, I'm excited to learn more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because I felt like because she wasn't like manhandling, like the first girl had like the panic grips, and so I just couldn't do a lot of jiu-jitsu, whereas this girl, like maybe it wasn't that she wasn't as strong, but she wanted to do jiu-jitsu, and like that was fun. Yeah. Like we actually kind of like got to like go, back and forth a little bit. And so it just makes me excited about learning more moves, to be able to try more moves, because there were many opportunities.
Yes.
But I just couldn't execute because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, not saying like that.
Yeah, I did enough.
It was just like the other girl, she just like grabbed you and then just like sucked you in and just like just
I was
like
we're not here for that.
Yeah.
Do
you know how many points you got on that one?
This one?
Yeah, the second one.
Oh,
because the third one you didn't win on points.
Yeah. I don't know, actually. I can look it up on my phone.
I think you got into double digits.
I think I did too, which is pretty freaking cool. Let's see. It's also cool that like that can happen without you even
Trying.
noticing. Like I did not know what was happening.
And why I say like without even trying is because like, we were hearing from people about strategy for, like getting points. Like, okay, well, takedown. You got to get a takedown.
16.
Yeah.
16 to 0.
16 to 0.
She was 31.
Wow.
I'm 38.
Honey.
Proud of that. Second one, 2. She was 35. Yeah.
Both those ladies, with all due respect, looked way older.
And then just for reference, since I have it up, I got 13 points in the next round. And the girl was 31.
Wow.
And she's going to be a new jiu-jitsu friend.
Yeah. She was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to our friends because every time, I'd watch from the opposite side and then run around because I really wanted this footage, and I'm really glad we have it now.
Yeah.
For this.
Same. This is so nice.
But I was talking to our tall friend Dom there in the background, and it's so funny how tall he is.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, she like that girl came at Krystal like hard and fast, and they're like, yeah, it seemed like that was her.
One or two?
2. Your second match, the one we just watched. It seemed like that was her. That was her fighting chance, was just to come at you as hard as she could, and if you weathered, then she was gonna gas, and then it was open for play,
Mm-hmm.
And I was very happy to see you weather that.
Yeah.
Those attempts she threw out.
Yeah,
there.
when she went for the whatever like catch to an arm bar, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that could have.
That was dangerous.
Yeah, Matt was like, it's funny how fast things can turn. Because he was like, for a second, I thought that might have been it. And then Krystal worked her way out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Championship round.
Woo.
All right.
This one was a blur, so I'm excited to watch.
In 3, 2, 1, click.
We were both like, oh God, what's the other one going to do?
I like your feet.
Yeah. Yeah, like Jacob.
See, that's where she sprawled on you.
Yep. And then I was like, wait, I'm not in the position to do, but I can still kind of reach for a leg. And then I was like, maybe I can, do a little ice cream scoop still.
Yeah.
And nope, I just pummeled into her, I guess.
Did this feel tight here? Because now she has you in a headlock.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Because Derek was like, ooh, that looks kind of tight.
Yeah.
But she's, he mentioned something about like, oh, I think, and when you stepped over, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, boop, head popped out. Give me them points.
Oh, it's funny. Her coach is just like, he can't not sit still. Yeah. And so Matt told me during the last match, he was like, you're so focused on trying to keep them in mount. If they try to roll, let them roll.
Yeah.
And so I let her roll. I go to take her back. And then if they're like, climb your arm.
You already have 13 points, by the way.
Climb your arm, your hand up her lapel, which I'm doing right here. Grab the leg. He says, drive that foot down to the ground, which I'm like, trying kind of. And then I just hip into her. I shove my hips into her hips, and then
325.
I get her.
Everybody in the back was hyped. Hold on, we got to rerun. Yeah. Oh, I can't do it.
I mean, you probably can just like start from the beginning again. I want to watch this one again.
Yeah.
This goes super fast because this is only halfway through the round.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. That was so cool.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm like watching myself, but now I'm like, I want to watch when you see like those videos of like dancers and stuff and the reaction videos.
I swear, her coach looks so familiar, and I don't know why. That hug from Matt was good. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep recording.
Yeah.
Okay, let's run that back.
Because I really wanted, like, each round, like, each match, I had a different goal. Like, the first one, it was, like, win. The second one was get in mount.
1. Click.
And for the third was get a submission. And it happened. Whew. Light on my feet. Light on my feet. Yeah. At this point, I was like, oh, should I go for something else?
Do you remember what Matt's telling you right now?
No. I think he was just like, go for like, don't give up trying to get a takedown. And she's looking at her coach like, what do I do? Yeah. And like, she was so focused on my head that I was like, no, I'm just going to try to get in mount.
Yeah. When you stepped over, yes. It felt, so good.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, this is exactly what he told me. So I'm like reaching over right now to try to get a seatbelt grip because I know that she's going to roll to her back and I'm going to take her back. And she just goes right into the wrong position.
And you hooked your little footsie.
Yep.
So you're 9 points up now, 13 points up now.
It's funny. Dom's screaming. Get the leg. Oh, he's the one saying get the leg.
Yeah.
Nice. And then Matt's like, drive that foot over her torso down to the ground.
Watch Dom when you get the tap.
Yeah. He's so intense and loud. Oh, that's so sweet. I like our people.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it's done.
So good.
Nice. Yeah, and like the place is empty. Like everyone just like totally filtering out. It's crazy.
I almost hopped the fence just to go and sit.
Go with everybody else.
Well, just like on the mat, basically right in front.
Oh yeah.
Because there was
like,
nobody there.
Oh. Good day, honey.
Proud of you, honey.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Now I can eat carbs without tracking it in my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really proud of you for signing up.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes a lot.
That was hard. That was hard to do. That was probably the hardest part of just being like, is this too soon? And then I'm like, you know what? Like, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It is a little hard, like winning my first 3 matches because like I know that they're not all going to be wins.
Yeah.
So to like, I mean, I like winning, so I'd rather win 3, but also there's a part of me that's like, well, it might have been kind of nice to experience the sting of losing once so that you know what that feels like going into your next competition as well.
Let's take gold.
Yeah. Because I got pretty close to a couple of moments where it could have gone south. So I'm like, I kind of felt that. So.
Yeah. You flirted with danger.
Yeah. Sorry. I have also competed a lot. So like I've lost a lot. Plenty of losses and embarrassing sport moments in my life. So,
yeah.
I know what it feels like.
I feel like I had so many more questions for you. You gonna do it again?
Yes. Yeah. Just like we were saying, and I don't know if we said it in the last podcast, but a previous episode, someone had asked us like, when did you know you were hooked? And I truly think that I knew that I would be hooked before I even signed up for my first class. I just like watched it and was like, oh yes, this is what I need.
Yeah.
And then practicing, I was like, oh, this feels so good. I love it. And now competing, I'm like, it just like solidified it. I was like, I love this so much. It feels like such a like good addition to our already lovely lives, you know, of just like having something, you know, not that crazy often, but like to have something kind of cyclical to like work towards. And, you know, it's like if I made one connection today with someone who messaged me on Instagram, the girl who I went with last.
Yeah.
If I met one person at one competition and I can meet one nice person at every competition, like, because I want other friends who do this too. And like, I feel very grateful that the two ladies who I roll with the most came today too. So I was very, very grateful for them. So it was a good day.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to support other people too. So July, you'll be out there.
Mm-hmm. Already nervous.
Yeah, totally. It's crazy. I mean, there's way more men too. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It's not different. You're strong and capable too. So
yeah. Part of, I remember when we were talking about it, when you first signed up, it was one of the things we talked about was getting you in front of other women your like age bracket and
my avatars.
Your avatars. Do you feel like, how do you feel after that now?
I got that same question from one of our coaches, and what I told him, and is still true, is that I'm so tired. I'm trying to like recount how I said it to him because it made a little bit more sense. But I was like, I'm so excited to learn more jiu-jitsu and for my body to be able to do the things that I have learned, because I was like, I'm confident in my like physical abilities and like my coordination and like the fact that I like got to practice some things that like I practiced maybe 2 times. Like one of those, that De La Riva sweep that I tried, I did it 2 times in 2 classes, which means I probably drilled it 15 times
max.
So I was just like, I'm so excited about like I see the potential now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, everybody else gets better right alongside you, but I'm also like, I'm going to be white belt for a while. So like, how much better could I get in 4 more months or 6 more months by November, or, you know, whatever the next opportunity is? Like, it's quite exciting.
Do you think it would be, well, okay. Do you think it'd be worth it to have us both compete in July? Like, do you want to compete that soon?
How far away is July? 3 months, 4 months?
I think so.
I don't know.
What's April? All of April, May, June, and then, so it's like 3.5 months.
Yeah. We could do gi and no gi.
Oh, yeah.
Because then one person would be able to like watch the kids or something. Wow.
Well,
fancy.
hello.
We have some friends.
Oh
my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. I like it, but I definitely wouldn't do it to take away from your experience. Like, you will be the priority for the next competition. So.
Oh my gosh. Are they going to get in a fight on our table?
Mm.
No, like, you know, I'm thinking about getting like babysitter child coverage, you know?
Yeah, if it was that easy, I would say like, yeah, because it would be really fun to be able to compete together. Yeah. Like, I would love to be able to do this with you. Yeah. I think it would be really good and fun for us. Just imagining that like childcare would be taken care of.
I say that because we'll see how our childcare plays out.
Yeah, totally.
In this next day trip we're taking.
Mm-hmm. And then it like reminds me of when we used to compete in CrossFit together and how fun those experiences were. Like, we went to a couple CrossFit competitions where we weren't on the same team. Yeah. But we still competed at the same event, and those were very fun. So I think it would be a similar feeling to that. Yeah. But like, we're also supporting our gym. So, like there's camaraderie through that, like competing alongside you. One thing that I was going to mention today that I thought about, after my matches was how like the intensity of the sport is so different, because I felt the like physical exertion before, like more. My body has worked far harder than I did today.
Totally.
But it is so different because the adrenaline that courses through your body, because you know that like you're not up against an inanimate object that is just sitting there, or you can't rely on a team of people to step in when you're down, like soccer or something.
Yeah.
Or even something that's like an individual sport like gymnastics, like it is just up to you. You're not having to deal with this like
Thing
unknown variable that
calculating.
is another body and like person who is like trying their hardest against you.
Yeah.
And trying to like catch you in a weak moment. It's a very odd sport. I've never done any combat sports.
Yeah.
Just doing a combat sport is really crazy.
Yeah.
And doing jiu-jitsu and grappling in particular is like, I think it's even crazier, because like if you're in a striking sport, I know people will correct this, but like there's some truth to this where like if you don't want to engage, like you can shuffle around the ring. Like people do like avoid and stall.
The best boxer that's ever lived never gets hit.
Yeah. Because you can move away you can get really good at avoiding getting punched, or just like not getting close and engaging, or like waiting for that perfect moment. But jiu-jitsu, it's like there's a body on you.
Not to mention, that's the whole point. That's the only way through.
Yeah.
Is by contact.
Yeah, it's wild. It was quite a crazy feeling. So I'm hoping that I can take this confidence little boost and bring it into my learning, and just be more confident with my drilling and my like focus. Not that I don't focus during drilling, but like sometimes we do things and I think to myself, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that in a roll. And now I'm like, oh no, I might be able to do that in a roll. I should really take this serious.
I've heard somebody say that like in class. I'm like, why? Because I've never had that feeling.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm like,
yeah. Well, I'm always up against people who I'm trying to like escape from. So I'm like, when will I do a submission?
Sure.
Learning submissions in class just feels like it felt like a waste of time for me. And I'm like, when are we going to do the side control escapes?
Yeah. Well, maybe for me, it's like the technique trap, where I'm just like, oh, like I'm going to be open to anything, because I don't know when I'm going to have an opportunity to do something, and I want to be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
So hopefully that'll help with like, just, I don't know, the like seriousness that I bring to drilling, and like the confidence. And then also like, I don't know that it'll change my rolling necessarily. Like I hope that it changes the way that people roll with me, and that they're like, okay, like she's gone through this, like she's kind of like stepped into like that level of intensity, and the people who really like tone it down and hold back will like, just like turn it up a notch. Like, let's see what happens. So,
yeah, I mean, that's interesting you bring that up, because everybody who's competed, it seems like the talking point is, oh, it changed my game so much. I get up my game so much.
Mm-hmm. I'd heard another podcast say it's the equivalent of like taking 30 classes and then rewatching your fights. You could like add another 10 classes to that.
Being on the other side of it now, do you agree? And maybe you'll feel different once you get into class, but like...
Yeah, I think so. Because you just realize like, oh, that's possible. Like that level of strength and resistance, and like how precise you need to be, and like how much opportunity there is. I think you'll like try to step up the pace, try to like force your brain to make things click, you know, where like, I'm not trying to do things like quickly and precisely right now. I'm just like trying to do them. And now like there is a bit of like a realization that it's not going to work if you don't do it precise.
Yeah. I mean, for instance, looking at how high your hips were when you were in mount.
Yeah.
Like,
like that didn't work. Like I got to do it right every single time from here on out. And I got to practice.
Yeah. Like the proverbial, I need to dial that in because if I don't dial that in, then I'm going to get just turned over.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. And what a waste of energy, boy.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it boils down to. Cause you hear people say like, you know, if you don't keep this grip, you're just going to end up in this position again. And then you've just wasted all that energy. And
maybe you don't feel that in a normal class role, but you definitely.
Hey. Sorry, the dog's going after the Easter eggs. Maybe that's what it is now you realize, oh, I don't want to give up any sort of real estate if I don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. And my only other kind of takeaway is just so grateful for our coaches.
Yep.
And like Matt, who coached me, like gave the perfect amount of, I think I was getting coaching from Dom too. Like I could hear him because his voice was so loud, but he was giving the perfect amount of actionable cues. And I hope that from his perspective, he saw me doing the things that he told me to do because it was really helpful.
Yeah.
Some of it was like, yes, I was planning on doing that. There were a couple of moments where I was like, no, I don't want to do that, but I understand why you're saying to do that. And then every other thing was like, got it. I'm going to try, you know?
Yeah.
So, or maybe I didn't hear some of it, but I think I heard enough for it to be super effective, and it wasn't really complicated.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was in the bow and arrow, he's like, get that leg up over the other arm. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. And I'm going to give this up if I do. So like, let me just try it like this.
I'm just going to tighten it up.
Yeah. And after that, I was like, teach me how to do it right next week. Okay.
He's been trying to teach me all week.
I know. He told me, he was like, yeah, I think Ross is planning on that being his move. So you got to land it in this comp before the last match, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
They both came up to me and they're like, dude, she told us she was going to get a bow and arrow.
Who, Matt and
Josh.
Oh, nice.
They were hyped when I came around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were very excited.
I'm excited. Yeah. It feels so good.
Cool. All right. Do we have any stones unturned? We didn't talk about my week, but
yeah. How was your week?
It was great. I had a good week.
You got some good classes in.
Yeah, I had great classes. Monday through Thursday. I didn't go Friday so that we could
thank you for your sacrifice.
It's okay. I was tired of shit anyways. I mean, nothing too much to write home about, but I guess if there's something,
you're getting a lot more attaboys, and
I got some more attaboys.
Yeah. I think people honestly are gonna start getting a little nervous. They're like, "Ooh, when he learns some jiu-jitsu, he's gonna be pretty good."
I hope my progression, or like the way I manifest myself, like in class and with my jiu-jitsu, is like a flood, and not like a big giant wave, but it's just this thing that is just like, wait a second, it's rising.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not so bad. Maybe it'll stop. And then it just keeps coming and keeps coming. And they're like, oh no, this is getting dangerous now.
Yeah. Like he just keeps learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's how I don't know, I'm perceived. Anyhow, that's a really weird thing to say.
Yeah. It's consistent. You want to be consistent and steady, and for
consistent, steady, unassuming until it's too late.
Yeah.
Great. And then I'm doing a bow and arrow.
Love it.
And so to say that, right, like you got your second stripe, and then there are 2 other white belts that I train with. And there was one particular class that I took, and it was just me and the 2 other white belts, and that was it. And it was a really cool class because teacher was like, you could kind of see his wheels turning, and he's like, I got all white belts. And so it turned into a very like organic class, and we spent like half the class just working on getting into mount. And all we were doing was that like slide. We went from knee on belly, slide the knee over, shoot your hips to the other side, get perpendicular.
Which is such an important move.
And slap the ground with your ankle. And all these things are to prevent you from getting caught in half guard. Mm. And we just practiced it and drilled it and drilled it and drilled it. And I loved it. And I was like, this is perfect. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
And then he kind of put us through like a little like, okay, show me what we learned this week sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And I like volunteered to go first, and like I did it, and it was like, he was like, oh, great, good job. And then the other guys did it, and they were kind of like shaky and kind of like, oh, like, you know, kind of. Yeah. And so we're all going through it, and we get through the class, we rolled all that. And we even bow out and like are walking away, and he like kind of doubles back and gives us a talk about stripes. And it was an interesting moment because I almost got like a bit of relief because I'm trying to like keep in context that like mats don't lie. It just brought me back to mats don't lie. Like, yeah. I'm really not trying to get like too caught up on stripes and like kind of colored belt glory hound sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. That really doesn't matter to me. I want to learn jiu-jitsu. No,
I mean, I could have gone in today's competition with 1 stripe.
Yeah.
And like could have been 0 stripes depending on the gym you go to, yeah. Right? Some gyms are like every 6 months so you can try to get a stripe.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
You know, because some of the people you're going up against had 3 stripes.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
But your jiu-jitsu was solid. Mm-hmm. And that proved out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ouch.
And so it was just kind of a weird moment because he felt he needed to say something because
yeah, and you're like, I hope you're not saying this because of me.
But I don't think it was.
No.
Right? Because, you know, whatever. I that's not something I've ever brought up.
Yeah. It wasn't. He was just like, oh, this is a great opportunity because these are all like 3 white belts with 1 stripe. I just awarded two people with a 2nd stripe. You know, I'm not going to give them all a 2nd stripe at the exact same time. Like it makes sense for the gym to have a bit of a staggered, you know, reward system like that. So it'll come, you know?
Yeah. And so, yeah, in the end, it was to have that happen like in the middle of the week for me was like really helpful. Because I had already had like 2 good classes. This was another great class. And then I just kind of had this like I can just kind of relax.
Yeah.
And like in the end, I'm not even quite sure that the coach said anything that was very helpful or like beneficial.
Yeah. He just like needed to get it off of his chest probably.
Yeah. You know, and so for me, kind of having it feel like it coming out of left field where I think maybe the other 2 guys.
Oh, it was very timely.
Very timely, top of mind for them, you know?
Yeah.
So in the end, for me, I was like, oh, great. And I just got to focus on my Thursday night class.
Yeah.
You know?
Good.
So great classes. Felt like I was learning stuff.
Cool.
All right.
Well, that's a good moment because I think our dog might tip over the camera.
Yeah. Well, good job again, honey.
Thank you.
Super, super proud of you.
It's a great day.
What other? We got this.
So stoked to go back to class and learn more jiu-jitsu.
Every time. Oh, when you walk through the door, get ready. And then all of a sudden it's going to be taking them out.
Nice.
Okay. Well, as always, honey, love you. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you.
Don't forget,